When I was a kid, I remember walking with another friend of mine by a neighbor's house. As we walked by, something caught our attention. It looked like it was a snake. And that snake was coiled up in our neighbor's carport right by the door going into their house. Well, because no one was home, we decided that we were going to get rid of the snake for them. But being the brave young men that we were, we decided that we would do that from a distance. So, because I lived on a rock road, we started picking up rocks, stayed as far back as we could, and started throwing them at the snake. Well, after making multiple marks on their house inside their carport and luckily not breaking a window, we saw that the snake was not moving. So we decided we'd accomplished our purpose. So now we began to approach the snake. As we got closer, we realized it was not a snake at all. It was a piece of rope that was coiled up. We did the next most brave thing that we could do. We ran and never told our neighbor about our miscalculation. It's kind of a funny story, but when we do that with people, it's not quite as humorous at all. Often, and how many times have we done it, we make a judgment about somebody else based on their appearance, and what that first appearance and that initial impression causes us to make a permanent judgment. And when we make that permanent judgment, it's often difficult at best to ever change our perspective. That's why tomorrow I'm continuing this series in the book of James, and I'm calling this message, The Problem of Prejudice. Now wait, before you make a prejudgment on what I'm going to be talking about, see what I just did there? I want you to hang on. Because prejudice has touched all of us at different times and in different ways. We have been the victim of prejudice, and we have also often been the person who has been prejudiced towards somebody else. Prejudice comes in all different forms. And it often is caused because we make a snap judgment, permanent judgment about somebody based on what we see on their face or at the face. So tomorrow we're not only going to talk about the problem of prejudice, but really how do we begin to minimize that in our lives? And as always, James gives us some very practical advice on how to do it. So don't miss this message tomorrow on the 17th of February at Community Bible Church. We're located 1 mile west of I-95, 1 mile east of 441 at the corner of Griffin Road and Southwest 30th Avenue. Get out tomorrow. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching and listening.